right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the show. I'm your man KTJ, and tonight we're getting into the show. We talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady ruined his life. I know some people don't believe that, but I'm telling you, your man Tom Brady, he ruined his life, and we're gonna talk about what I'm predicting is going to happen. So, you guys come on in. I am KTJ, Kelvin Troy Johnson, and this is our show, Love Coach Live. We talk about dating, relationships, love. I normally don't get into these kind of gossipy topics, but there's a lot of things here that I want to cover that we need to have a conversation. So let me give a couple of shout outs before we get it popping and get going. What's going on, my girl? Hey, gorgeous. Hey, Nat, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Superstar Brown Boss is in the house. What's going on? Hello. What's happening? And you guys can always come on to the YouTube side. We got TikTok here. We got Facebook Live here. We got YouTube here. So let's get into the show tonight. You guys, if you're here, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's make this show happen tonight. All right. So if you're here for the first time, welcome to the show. I talk about dating, talk about relationships, we talk about love, we talk about all the things that go on in relationships. And tonight we're getting into the Tom Brady situations. Tom Brady and his wife Gisele. So let me go ahead and get that going. So what I'm going to do right here, you guys, is I'm going to kind of, I'm a press play on this, but I'm going to, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to play the sound, but I'm going to describe to you what is happening here in this video clip. All right. I don't want to have any problems with the people, but this is a clip from an interview that Tom Brady did. Tom Brady, you guys know, the quarterback, 45-year-old quarterback, just broke up with his wife, Gisele. The divorce is official, and this is what happened. And so this happens to be one of the videos that happened after the Super Bowl, when he sat down with Michael Strahan after the Super Bowl. This was one of the interviews that he did. And in this interview, let me set it up a little bit more. In this interview, he sat down with Michael Strahan, and they talked about, what would happen next, like the superstar, the family man, the marriage, all of that. And so tonight, you guys, I want to kind of break down even what I see that is going to happen with Tom Brady and this situation. What's going to happen next? All right. Now, at this point, he's officially divorced. All right. At this point, they're finished. Right. And so, but I want to play a little bit of this and tell you what was happening. So I believe in this scene right here that you're seeing on the screen right now, he and his family were in Disney World after they won the Super Bowl. After the last time he won the Super Bowl, he took his family to Disney World. They had a great time. His daughter wanted to go out and be with her friends, and he was like, no, come and be with me. Come and ride the rides with me. And she was like, no, Dad. So she's getting at that age. Let me press pause on the video for a minute. She's getting at that age where she's ready to do her own thing. All right. So his daughter, Vivian, is 9, and the son is Benjamin. And they both were on the trip to Disney World together in this video clip. All right. So he's sitting down kind of talking about now on this scene right here, he's talking about his situation with his wife. Right. I remember watching this. And listen to this. I remember watching this an interview with Tom Brady, and he said, my wife is the greatest wife a man could ever have. He said, my wife is the greatest wife that a man could ever have. She takes care of everything. And 2 years ago, he said, I want to, she said, look, I need you to come home. 2 years ago, she said, look, I need you to come home. You've been out. You missed everything. You're gone all the time. And I got some things that I need to do. And you need to come home and take care of home, right? So check it out. So after he retires, he's supposed to come home. He's supposed to be a family man, take care of things at the house, while she can go and do her thing. Now, let me give you guys some things that you may not know about his wife, Gisele. She's 42. She makes $40 million a year by herself. She makes $40 million a year. And I'll tell you, many people don't know how she actually makes her money. So I'm going to tell you how she makes her money. Gisele makes her money in beauty products, fragrances, clothing, everything beauty, right? That's how she makes her money. She's got deals, y'all. Gisele has deals with Pantene. She's got deals with Victoria's Secret. She's got deals with Chanel. She's making bank. She's making bank, right? And she's ready to go all in. Now, I don't know what she got planned, buddy, but she's ready to go all in. And so her net worth is said to be at $400 million. She ain't with Tom for his money. She is making her own money. All right. So let me go back to the video here. So he's talking more about being out with his family. He said that they went on a trip. They were out at they went like to the UAE. All right. So he got these family photos and so a lot of these times though, Gisele was saying that, she spends a lot of this time on her own. Right. So let me pause the video right here, y'all. I want y'all to see this. And if you guys are on TikTok and you want to come onto the YouTube side to see this, you can see it, right? I paused the video right here. In the next video that comes up, next scene in here, she's going to whisper in his ear. They just won the Super Bowl. For you that can't see it, I'm gonna set the scene for you. They just won the Super Bowl, and they're all on the field. Everybody's hugging and kissing and happy. And watch what Gisele does. Right? He's hoisting the trophy. Everybody's excited. So Michael Strahan right here asked him, how does he keep his body up? And he's got a strict routine. He eats like 80% vegan and like 20% high protein, high quality protein, right? Salmon and all that sort of thing. Very strict diet. Okay. So he works hard to keep his body up and to stay in good shape. Okay. So while he was, and they show in the video now after they were out on the yacht and, spraying the Moet up. All right. But listen, here's what happened. They were on the field and she came over to him and whispered right on the field after they won the championship. She whispered in his ear, "What else do you have to prove?" And you could see her mouth moving, y'all. Her mouth is moving, and you could see her mouth the words, "What else do you have to prove?" So Michael Strahan starts asking him, Michael Strahan had to ask him, yeah, you know what? That's a good question, Tom. What else do you have to prove? And Tom said, well, my body's still good. I can still throw. I still got some more, in the tank. Nah. I don't think Tom ever intended on really retiring and staying out. I can tell from this interview right here. I don't think he ever actually intended on staying out. This is the scene, y'all, if y'all can see it, where she leaned over to him and asked, "What else do you have to prove?" And all he could say was, "Well, I still got more in the tank, and I still want to play, and I still want to, hey, Lady Pam, what's going on? I still want to do this, and I still want to do that." Tom Brady has only got one speed, and that's go. He doesn't have stop in him. All he has is go. All he has is forward. All he has is, I got to keep going because this football is all I have. I'm telling you, we should feel sorry for Tom. His wife held it down and took care of everything this whole time. She took care of everything. My man didn't have to worry about meals. My man didn't have to pick up kids from the daycare. He didn't have to worry about this, worry about that. And now at this point, she's like, you know what? If you can't be here, I'm gone. Superstar boss said, sad for his kids. Yes. Yeah, he retired. Yes. But at some point, Gisele had enough. So, look. Now, you guys, I did this story right here, and I'm doing this show here because I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people who were like, agreeing that Tom Brady should continue to play and that she didn't have the right. Why would she do such a thing? Hey, Keisha. Keisha's in the building. Why would he do such a thing? Why would he keep going, keep playing? Why would he do this when he doesn't have to? So that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. Because he does this. Listen, this guy don't have to do this. He don't have to do this at all. But I don't think he knows what else to do. What's happening? Miss Furlow is in the building. What's happening, lady? Thank you so much for popping in. Hey, April. April's here. So you guys, I wanna pull up. I want to pull up something else here, another piece of this puzzle, because I want to uncover this tonight. So let's talk about this, y'all. Here's a couple of the problems that what they're actually fighting for, right? And what the problem is the working parents dilemma. Now, if you guys have ever been, if there's any working parents who have been in this kind of dilemma, just type the word yes. Drop the word yes in the chat, in your comment section. Just type yes. If you know what it's like to be a working parent with two working parents and having to make the decision on who stays and who goes, or did you make the decision to say everybody goes and them kids are going to daycare? It's a dilemma that everybody makes. And look, these people make hundreds of millions of dollars, but they got the same problems of trying to do the right thing for their kids. All right. So April said yes. We get some yeses coming through. 7 habits of successful working parents. I want to take this apart, you guys, because these are a couple of the issues here, and so I'm doing this story, but it's about Tom Brady, but it's not really about Tom Brady. It's about the whole picture. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of clues, a couple of ideas. We see some yeses. Lady Pam's dropping in saying yes. She knows what it's like to have to decide who's picking up for daycare, who's taking the girl to work, who's picking up for football practice, who's doing this, who's doing that. Now, if you look at Tom and Gisele's situation, she's a supermodel, right? And he's an NFL quarterback. And at some point in time, they had to sit down and decide who's doing what. Because somebody got to be at the house and somebody's got to go work, right? Him being an NFL quarterback, I guess it was an easier decision because he couldn't be home, right? He had to go. Now, they also could have just dropped these kids off at the daycare, right? But who wants that? For me, my kids, we were fortunate enough to have family around, and my mother, my sister, they all had daycares, and so my kids were covered. I don't know that my kids never had a babysitter. It was always grandma, grandpa, family around. But everybody doesn't have that luxury. So let's talk about this. The 7 habits of successful working parents. I'm gonna run these down real fast. I got 7 habits. If you're in this situation, listen up to this. 1, be flexible. Being flexible can be applied in many areas of work, life, and home. If you're going to be a working parent, listen to this. Number 2, exercise with your kids. Number 3, separate work commitments and parenting. This could be very, very difficult. When you got stuff to do and the kids got stuff to do, kids need your attention, it can be very challenging. Number 4, get your friends and neighbors involved. If you're having a struggle, and I've seen some people, I live here in Atlanta, and I got some friends who moved here to Atlanta. If they didn't have any support and ended up going back home, it can be very challenging. Number 5, get your kids involved. Ask them, how can we make this all work? What can you do? Even with me and my daughter, I had to tell her, look, I know you got to go to work, you got to go here, you got to go there. My daughter's a teenager. I said, but listen, the earlier you can tell me what you got to do, the easier it'll be on all of us. Number 6, spend quality time. If you're in this working parent situation, you got to spend quality time and use calendars and backup plans. Now listen to this. We talk about Tom Brady here tonight. Tom Brady didn't have to get in on much of this because he was gone the whole time. And that's what it really hurt his situation. I mean, a person can only, and shout out to even Gisele for, being there. She didn't want her kids going to daycare and being, raised by the nanny and all of that. She wanted her kids to be at home with family. She wanted to be home with the kids. So, all right, so let me pull up this next piece here. This is something that I found this one out there. They were asking you guys, well, how is Gisele dealing with the breakup? How do y'all think Gisele's dealing with the breakup? Before I show you what they said, how do y'all think that Gisele's dealing with the breakup? Drop your comment below. How do you think? What's going on, Snow? Hello. April Snow is in the building. How do y'all think she's dealing with the breakup? Superstar Boss says she's just fine. How do y'all think she's dealing with the breakup? After 13 years of marriage. How do y'all think she's dealing with the breakup? Well, Superstar boss is right. This article in People's Magazine showed her, said that she has lived her own life for years. So this is not that big of a deal. Listen to this. Listen to this. A source close to Gisele says she's doing fine in light of her divorce. With the divorce, Gisele is dealing with issues that have been plaguing her for a long time. And you know what? Let me pause right there, y'all. I heard that too, that they actually have been battling with this situation for about 10 years, and they've been together 13. So this NFL business has been a big thorn in their relationship. The source explains that the split from Brady, 45, was hard at first for Bündchen, 42. But enough time has passed that she is settling in. Enough time. It didn't take long. Hey, Kirby. It didn't take long. Enough time has passed, and it says she's lived on her own for years while Tom was playing football. So she's not afraid to do things by herself. Listen, I don't know if I got some fellas listening to this, but listen to what I'm saying. If you leave this lady long enough, she will go find something to do. If you leave this lady long enough, she will go find something to do. And this lady didn't have a problem going and finding something else to do. And probably somebody else to do it with. So, you guys got to understand. Look, you got to understand. This is what's going on here. This is what's going on here. All right. So this is the People Magazine article. She's doing just fine. She's great. Look what it said. Let me make sure. Make sure it's moving there. The People Magazine article. Look, it said Gisele is great with her children and radiates happiness when either one or both are around. She is moving ahead. This is what women do. Listen, unfortunately, hey, my girl, D-Fab Kara is in the building. Kara, you want to come on? Let me know if you want to come on. I'll invite you up. So this is the way it happens, y'all. She's been on her own. She's been raising the kids. She's been at soccer practice. She's been doing the pickup. She's doing the drop off. She's making sure the dinner's done. And then Tom gets home eventually. And so when she came up to him when he was on that podium, and she asked him, "What more do you need to do? What more do you want?" And that was to say, "Are you finished now?" Now, everybody knows that Tom Brady, he's a great athlete, and he's still got, listen, the guy still got about 3 more years in him, and he's 45. He's still good. He's still good enough to play another 3 years. But now, because he wouldn't decide to come home and be a full-time dad and a full-time husband, now he has lost all of it. Superstar Boss said, "Yep, Tom messed up." Listen, he messed up. Oh, look at that. Jerry Lee Lewis died today. Oh, rock and roll legend. My man has fumbled the ultimate bag. Now on the TikTok, you guys, I had people, and you guys, and if you get a chance, go back and take a look at what was said. You guys hit that like button. I need everybody to hit the like button, hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button. Some of the guys were saying, listen, this is what they were saying, y'all. Let me flip over here. They were saying, listen, Kel, Gisele knew what kind of husband she had. This is what the guys are saying. She knew what kind of husband she had. She married a football player. She didn't marry somebody who's gonna, watch tennis, or a guy who sits at home with video game playing. She married an athlete, and actually married a superior, high-level, elite athlete. Somebody who is now known as the greatest of all time. The guys are saying, this is what a lot of men are saying, y'all. A lot of the men are saying, no, listen, she signed up for this. Why is she trying to stop the man from going to work? This is what the guys are saying. Yes, that's a good point, Superstar Boss. And listen, you don't need all them stars to get my attention. I see you. Look, Superstar Boss said Tom knew he married a businesswoman who wants to be back to modeling. She wants to get back to work. She want to get back to work. That's a good point. So he knew what he was getting into. So now you guys, I want to kind of move towards talking about what is going to happen for Tom. I'm going to kind of walk you through this as we talk about what happens. What is most likely to happen with Tom from here? Let me make sure. Yep. Watch this, you guys. I want y'all to pay attention to this, because this is important. So I found an article on the 7 ways divorce affects men differently than women. I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is very, very important. 7 ways divorce affects men differently than women. All right, so check it out. Number 1, they talk about loss of identity. It says many men build their identities around 2 things, their jobs and their families. Losing either one can be devastating. While men may still retain visitation rights or even custody of their children after divorce, they often struggle, and the change in family dynamics and new arrangements for themselves, their children, and their former spouses. I'm telling you, listen to this, y'all. I'm telling you, there are a lot of men, and including this Tom Brady, men lose their identity of who they are. Look, if all you know is to be a husband, come home every day, crack a beer, watch TV, know that dinner's going to be in it. Look, when you open the door and you smell something, that's a welcoming feeling. Hey, Thick Brown. That's a welcoming feeling to walk in and know that everything is in place, and you come home from work and everything is taken care of. The kids are fed, homework is done. All you got to do is do whatever the husbandly duties are of the house. But when you come home and there's nothing cooking, this is what Tom Brady's getting ready to go through, y'all. When you come home and there's nothing cooking, and there's not going to be anything cooking, unless you call you call it in, call your Uber Eats. I'm sure Tom's gonna have I'm sure he got a chef. But there's nothing like having your woman cooking some food for you. Come home and that smell of some fresh beans or some chicken in the oven, some chicken noodle soup on the stove, something. That warm feeling. When a man no longer has that, he loses his identity. Let me move on. Number 2, he has a smaller support network. I can tell you, many men have a very small support network. Now, ladies y'all sometimes maybe don't even know this about men. But did you know that most men don't have any friends? Most adult men don't have any friends. Most adult men go about their work, they do their thing, and their family. They go to work and come home and be with their family. But what do you do when there's no family to be with? Smaller network. Number 3, assumption of blame. Divorce can carry a stigma for both sexes, but essentially, men get blamed in general for the breakup. It is all your fault, pal. Sometimes guys get the bad end of that stick. Dick Brown said, my husband has a few, but he doesn't hang like that. He's married now. His friends, and he's mine. Okay, I got you. But I'm telling you, men need male friends. And sometimes, ladies, you might need to encourage your man to go out and be with his friends. Because if you don't hang out with your friends, eventually they get the message that you don't want to be bothered. And when you need them, you won't have them. Number 5, shorter grieving periods. All losses in life must be properly grieved. Whether it's the death of a loved one or an end of a marriage, all parties involved must take time to process. However, men are more likely to push through the grieving process, leaving it incomplete. So this is why some of y'all wonder why men break up with one woman, go on to the next one. Break up with that woman, go on to the next one. Men often have a very short period of nothing going on, not being involved. They'll go so a lot of times men go from relationship to a relationship without properly grieving the last one, processing the last one, making a good decision about the next one. Number 6, poor health. This is the list of 7 ways divorce affects men differently than women. Men often have poor health. A lot of times men start eating unhealthy foods and drinking and smoking and going out, and they don't go to the doctor. I know this is true. Yes, superstar, we all need to breathe before forging ahead. Yes. And number 7, the last one on the list, trust issues in future relationships. Men, now I want y'all to hear something, y'all. If you hear the guys talking about this from the red pill, you'll hear the guys talking about the red pill, right? Talking about divorce, talking about getting court grape, family court grape. Take the G off. Men are talking about that because they have a difficult time moving on, have a difficult time dealing with the fallout and the aftermath of a marriage or relationship. The courts generally just say kid goes with mom, period. If Tom Brady wanted to fight for custody, they would look at him like he's stupid. This lady been with these kids the whole time while you've been away playing football. And now she's very comfortable. Like, it's like no big deal. Oh, come on, guys. And they're all a team together. And now he's left to kind of be on his own. So But this article tells you a lot about what he is likely to go through. So it's going to get rough for Tom Brady. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't think that sometimes that divorce affects men, but I'm telling you, there are some men who are ready to off themselves. Listen to what I'm saying. There are some men who are ready to off themselves because they are totally lost. They're lost because they don't have a friends network like the ladies do. They're lost because they feel like they failed. For a lot of these guys, divorce means I failed. He failed to keep the house together. And in this instance, Tom Brady, he didn't have to. All she said was, let football go. You're 45 years old. You've been in football for 23 years. Think of that. My man been playing football for 23 years. Listen, the people he throwing passes to could really be his children, the age of his children. He's throwing passes to 23-year-olds, and he's 45 years old. This lady's been taking care of him and everything having to do with him, and now he doesn't want to let it go. Now look, his team is not doing that well. His team is not doing that well. So we get ready to see what's going to happen to him very shortly. We get ready to see. We get ready to see what's going to happen to him very shortly. Let me grab some of these questions over here. Grab some questions, some comments. Superstar said, yeah, but he promised 5 years he would retire. He didn't keep his word. Divorce. She had enough. She had enough. She had enough. Listen, and nobody can really blame her. Like, can you blame her? She's had enough. And she's like, you know what? I'm sorry. I can't take no more of this. She's a supermodel. She's got her own career. She's got her own money. She's got her own everything. I'm gonna pause this video right here. I want y'all to, you know. Now, Tom was married before. Some people don't know. Tom was married before, and he had a child. This boy right here that I'm circling is his child. Boy, that boy's handsome. Tom and his genetically lottery winning children. Beautiful kids. Beautiful kids, beautiful family, and he's stuck. He is stuck. Let me hear y'all comments on this. He's stuck. What does a man do when he's stuck? What does a man do when he doesn't know what else to do? He's passionate about this thing. He's still got something in the tank. The average, I don't know if you guys know, the average NFL quarterback time is 3 years. The average a player plays in the NFL is actually only 3 years. This guy has far superseded that. But he doesn't know what else to do. This is a cautionary tale for a lot of ambitious men. I talked about this before. A lot of ambitious men don't know what else to do. What else do you do? How do you know what else to do when this is all you've ever done? This is all he knows how to do is play football. All right. Kirsten, I love the way that's spelled. Kirsten says, I broke up recently. He doesn't give me enough attention. And he agrees, but he don't know how to fix it. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. She got to the place that she said enough is enough. And had to break up with him. He didn't know. He wants. So I'm gonna tell you though. Listen, here's the thing. It is very difficult, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. It's very difficult for men, for a lot of men. Like, this is true for a lot of men. It's very difficult to maintain all of these balls in the air. Right? You gotta look. Me and my guys friends, we always laugh how the women want money and time. They don't want money or time. They want money and time. And so if there's no money and you give them all time, that's going to be a problem. If you give them all money, no time, that's a problem. Time and no money, that's a problem. So it takes a lot to keep these situations going and keeping people happy. Superstar Boss says Tom could have been a broadcaster, start a football camp, so he could be home more. I think look, I think when it comes to the camp, I mean the camp is a definite, right? The broadcaster, he's got the deal. He's got like a $200 million deal that's waiting for him. But you know what? That's still going to take him away from the house. You still can't pick up kids from daycare, not daycare, because these kids are now older. But they're going to be going to soccer practice. They got team sports. They got this, they got that. And he's going to have to show up. And his wife is not, she's not going for the idea that you could just stay home, and she's not going for that. She wants him to take care of all the house duties. And he could. But he's got to want to. He could. But he's got to want to. And if he doesn't want to, it's not going to work. If he doesn't want to, it's not going to work. So he's got to want to, or it's just not going to work. All right, you guys, look, check out my videos. I got a lot of videos going on. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. Need y'all support on this journey going forward as well. Let me hit the boom. Yeah, why not? Yes, I need y'all support. Need you guys to support the show, support the activity over here. We're trying to make it happen, bring you guys some good content. And you know what? People often ask me, they're like, Kel, are you on the women's side or are you on the men's side? And my thing is, I'm on everybody's side. I'm on everybody's side. I'm not only on the men's side, I'm not on the women's side. I'm not on the men's side on the red pills, charging thing. I'm kind of what they call a purple pill, because I still believe in some of the blue pill stuff. But I'm not one of them female panderers either. Them guys that say anything to get women to hit the like, to like them and to buy their products. I'm not that guy either. I'm not pandering to women just for their approval. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm just going to tell the truth. And sometimes men are wrong and sometimes women are wrong. I'm just going to tell the truth. And that's who I decided to be. That's who I decided to be. All right, so listen, you guys. I got more of this to come. We got more shows, more things we're working on for the rest of this year and for next year. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. You guys stay tuned, stay locked with us, and I appreciate every one of you coming through to the show. Check out the next videos. Until next time, peace and love. See you guys next time.